Kristen Stewart's new Rolling Stone cover. Some people love it, some people hate it, but everybody seems to be talking about it. Why are they talking about it? Could it be they want to make money off the content?
She's fluid. She's telling you that there's nothing wrong with not being feminine whatsoever, because, as I said, this is the cultural conditioning that's happening right now. It's dedicated to revolutionizing healthcare. Visit .com/Candace.
Now, Candace Owens isn't the only conservative media personality doing this, making money off of this stuff, but this one was a particularly interesting video, so I'm going to focus on Candace Owens' video today. But what about Rolling Stone? Aren't they guilty as well? Knowing that this controversial photo shoot would rile people up, get a lot of attention. And then when you go to the Rolling Stone website, the story is behind a paywall, so you can't read it without paying. I mean, we all need money, and there's nothing wrong with making money. And there's nothing wrong with expressing your opinion. Just, I feel like some of these things are a little bit transparent, and we're starting to wake up to this. And maybe not be as manipulated to quickly jump on the hate train or the love train without thinking for ourselves.
Since I think my audience is now very aware of this sort of propaganda, I hope that any person that listens to this podcast is now training their mind to recognize propaganda everywhere that they see it.
Oh, I see it. Propaganda. Propaganda, noun, information especially of a biased or misleading nature used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. I actually kind of enjoy Candace Owens. I don't often agree with her. Occasionally I do. Sometimes I think that we've just gone too far with the vulgar content in society, just designed to get people's attention. And attention equals money, of course, we know that. But the thing is, she's very predictable. She's never going to change her point of view. She's never going to sway from this side is good and this side is bad, because she knows that's what her audience wants. They want someone to lead them, lead the charge against those evil liberals. And she's glad to accept that position. Ka-ching, ka-ching. This is interesting.
Nothing about Kristen Stewart's life and anything that she put into this article reads to me as somebody that is happy and somebody that is secure.
Candace Owens seems to be trying to make the point that Kristen Stewart seems really unhappy. So being subversive and going against nature's plan, not being a traditional woman, makes you sad. But when I think of Candace Owens, I think intelligent, I think hardworking, but happy is not a word that comes to mind when I think of Candace Owens. She actually seems quite miserable all the time. So bothered by what's going on in the world.
Telling women that every natural proclivity that they have is wrong. By telling women that everything that shouts at them biologically, wanting to aspire to be beautiful, wanting to meet a prince in your life, wanting to get married and to have children is wrong.
I personally don't read an article about a celebrity and automatically think that their way of life is the cool way to live and that every other way of life is not the way to live. I don't take the meaning of this article to be that it's cool to be like Kristen Stewart, and it's not cool if you're a straight woman who wants to have a beautiful home and a husband and babies. As a certified gay, I've been out gay for 30 some years. I've known many butch lesbians and femme lesbians and everything in between. And I never once have come across a lesbian who was bothered by a woman wanting to be feminine, wanting to be a mother, wanting to be a wife, or thought that their lifestyle, there was something wrong with that, or who even cared if people were heterosexual women who wanted to get married and have babies. I actually saw Kristen Stewart in person at a Q&A session after the movie Personal Shopper had been released, and she had shaved her head at that point. I think she was filming that submarine movie where she had super buzzed hair, kind of like my own. Her whole mannerisms, she walked like this, and she was like this, and she had a very boyish aura about her. And it just felt genuine. It felt like who she is. I feel like this photo shoot is just who she is. It's what she wanted to do at the time. It was an artistic choice. She clearly loves movies. She clearly loves literature. She's one of those artsy people. And this is her expressing herself. I don't feel like she's telling you that you need to be like her, that everyone needs to be the same. Give people some credit. Candace Owens isn't the only person who does this. There's a lot of rage baiting out there on both sides. And rage baiting is just a career for a lot of people. But I encourage you to think for yourself. Look at what they're doing, see through it. Sometimes it's interesting to listen to, but don't always buy every single thing they say. There's two sides to every story. And the balanced person sees that. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this. Like if you like it, dislike if you don't like it. Tell me what you think. I'm open, and I encourage you all to be open and think for yourselves whenever you hear anything that's designed to get you enraged and engaged, because that's how a lot of people make their money. And you don't have to play into it. Please subscribe to this channel if this intrigues you and you want to see more. Thank you for watching, and remember, think for yourself.